Have you ever taken off your socks at the end of the day and noticed deep marks around your ankles? Or felt your shoes suddenly tighter than they were that morning? For many people over 50, swollen ankles seem harmless. Maybe it was too much salt, too much standing, too much sitting. It's easy to brush it off. But sometimes, that swelling is more than simple water retention. Swelling caused by fluid trapped in your body's tissues is called edema. It happens when fluid collects in the tissues. A small amount of swelling after a long day on your feet can be normal. Gravity pulls fluid downward. As we age, our circulation becomes less efficient, and that fluid doesn't move back up as easily as it once did. When you walk, your calf muscles help push blood back toward your heart. Think of them as a second pump. But if you sit for long periods, or if the tiny valves inside your leg veins weaken over time, blood can pool in the lower legs. That pressure allows fluid to leak into surrounding tissues. By evening, ankles can look puffy and feel heavy. One common cause is chronic venous insufficiency. This simply means the veins in your legs are not returning blood to the heart as effectively as they should. Swelling often gets worse as the day goes on and improves overnight when your legs are elevated. Now, before we go further, if content like this from Health After 50 makes you feel more prepared and more at ease, we'd really appreciate you liking this video. Thanks. Here's where it becomes important. Swollen ankles are not always just water. Sometimes they reflect strain on the heart. If the heart isn't pumping efficiently, blood can back up in the veins. That increased pressure pushes fluid into the legs and feet. In these cases, swelling is often in both ankles and may come with shortness of breath, unusual fatigue, or a feeling of heaviness in the chest. Kidneys can also be involved. Your kidneys regulate fluid balance in your body. If they are not filtering properly, excess fluid can remain in the bloodstream and eventually settle in the lower legs. The liver plays a role too. It produces proteins that help keep fluid inside blood vessels. If those protein levels drop, fluid can leak into surrounding tissues more easily. There are also medication-related causes. Certain blood pressure medicines, anti-inflammatory drugs, and some diabetes medications can lead to ankle swelling. If you've recently started a new medication and notice swelling, it's worth mentioning to your doctor. And sometimes, the cause really is lifestyle. Long car rides, long flights, sitting for hours, watching television. Even crossing your legs for extended periods can slow circulation. Excess sodium in the diet can increase fluid retention as well, making swelling more noticeable. So how do you know when it's something more serious? Pay attention to patterns. Is the swelling in both ankles or just one? Sudden swelling in only one leg, especially if it's painful, warm, or red, can signal a blood clot. That situation requires urgent medical evaluation. Does the swelling remain even after a night of elevating your legs? Is it getting progressively worse week after week? Have you noticed rapid weight gain from fluid or new breathing difficulties? Another clue is something called pitting edema. If you gently press your finger into the swollen area and an indentation lingers for several seconds, that suggests fluid buildup beneath the skin. The good news is that many cases improve with simple habits. Move regularly throughout the day. Even flexing your ankles while seated helps activate the calf muscles. Elevate your legs above heart level for short periods. Stay well hydrated. Reduce excess sodium. In some cases, compression stockings may be helpful if recommended by a healthcare professional. But here's the key message. Swelling that is new, persistent, painful, or paired with other symptoms should never be ignored. Your body changes after 50. Some changes are normal. Others are signals. If your ankles are swelling in ways that feel different, progressive, or concerning, it's worth having a conversation with your healthcare provider. Early attention often prevents bigger problems later. If you're comfortable, feel free to say hello and where you're watching from. We would love for you to subscribe so you can stay informed and stay proactive about your health. Because understanding what your body is telling you today can make a real difference tomorrow.